How old is my equipment? That's really going to make me scratch my head. I couldn't even tell you how long it's been since I have bought equipment. These boxes right here were wax dipped, and I bet you that they're probably at least 6 years old, and they have not had any additional coatings done to them. They would be my favorite as far as the look when I first get them, but you can see that they're very much due for a paint job. These ones were not wax dipped. These were just some nukes that I had purchased myself, and they are probably about 7 years old. This was hand-me-down equipment given to me from other beekeepers that have been doing it for a good probably 10 years. This box is actually one of my newer ones. I did not paint it, so you can kind of see how it's warping. Right here it's starting to warp outward, and it definitely needs some paint to it. So I recommend painting. That's kind of my favorite. Wax dipping is nice. They absolutely are beautiful boxes, but I'll show you what my wax dip ones look like. This hive was actually given to me with some bees in it, so I don't really know how long it is, but you can see that the paraffin wax is starting to peel off. It gets really hot in the sun and it starts to melt. So they do look pretty. However, I would say that it's definitely due to be dipped again, and I'm just not going to do that. I'd rather line up my boxes and use a spray painter and paint everything down. Paint can make old boxes look really nice. So this is a very old box. You can see that it's been really worn and torn. However, some paint makes it look like it's very usable, and there's nothing wrong with it other than that giant hole inside of it. And several times I've gone to markets and I have set up outside my boxes, my equipment that needs painted, and I set down a whole bunch of different paint, and I tell kids, go ahead, have at it. And they paint me some really pretty little designs. Here's another one of those boxes. Now this box right here, this was given to me from when I first started beekeeping. The lighting's a little better over here. So same thing with this box. This is one of my first boxes I ever got. I started beekeeping 13 years ago, and the person that had them before me was beekeeping for about 5 to 6 years. So that's what, almost 20 years, and it's the same paint job. As you can see, all of my boxes are just random different colors. I don't mind. I grabbed the scratch and dent paint off of the hardware store shelf. I honestly couldn't tell you if it's water-based or oil-based paint, but you can see the difference in different box paints and the way that they absorb it. Just make sure that you give enough time for the fumes to dissipate before you put your bees inside. I would say at least a week, but if you can do your box painting early in the spring before you put your bees in a month later or so, that would be ideal.